Hello, how are you? Welcome to another Project Life flip through. This is May 2024, and I just had a really fun time using these bits and tucking them in. I decided to use this as opposed to doing a full page, opening page, but I may just go back and do an opening page just because I like creating title pages. And so just, family trip to the Lookout and having some photos, finding out we were pregnant, and my son at the chiropractor, which is also quite nice. And I actually didn't know it was a girl, which is funny that I used pink now that I think about it. And shortly after we had my son's Mother's Day daycare event. He's so cute. And I loved using these tags for the May story. So using 1, 2, 3. That was quite fun. And then just going through the vellum bits, my son's first chiropractor visit, which is, he's just so good and quiet. And then using the vellum for this as well. So just going through these, a lot of tags, so being able to use those. And then this was Mother's Day weekend. I cooked this. I'm like, this is something that I made. But anyway, it's Mother's Day weekend, and I was reading a book about save our sleep because we realized we were pregnant. Our son wasn't sleeping through the night just yet, and we wanted to have a baby sleep through the night, or both of them. So thankfully, that's funny looking back at it because I keeping my fingers crossed. Anyway, we had this Mother's Day photo shoot, which I loved. And so again, just like the other Easter photo shoot, I decided to just pop some of the photos in here. So not necessarily to add embellishments or whatnot, but just to know that I printed them. And so I added in what we did. I love that there was a Mother's Day card in this kit, and this is such a gorgeous paper. I feel like I want to print it out. This was the year, was this the year that we had 6x8? No, we didn't have 6x8 for paper, so it must have been from a previous kit. But loved using that and getting some of my favorite photos in here. And I also believe, like, what date did this happen? Oh, on the 12th of May. So celebrating Mother's Day, and I just found out that we were also expecting. And so this is probably the beauty of this project, being able to look back on all these special moments and relive those moments. This was our first scan. And also I was a backseat driver then with him, because he never really liked the car seat, so I'd always sit in the back and sit next to his car seat so that he would, feel comfortable. This was his photo day at daycare. I was continuing on with his teacher bringing pigeon peas, which is a local pea that I grew up with. So I really loved that she brought it in for them. It's nice seeing how they've all grown up as well over the past year. It's just been a year, really. Which makes me kind of sad. And so we're building his new big boy bed as well down here, which was a very short-lived bed. We may put it back up. So in our new house, we just haven't put it because he loves the mattress and his dinosaur sheets. But my husband co-sleeps with him now because I have the baby overnight. So that's actually quite interesting. And my husband's really tall, so he was struggling. He would usually trip on the bar like if he had to come out. And so we figured it was safer to not have it this time around. But I think we're wanting to wean him off of co-sleeping soon, hopefully, maybe. And so we might just put it back up so he feels safe and secure. And yeah, building Legos. Now I've seen that some of these things we still use and out and about, and just using the cards with these strips, you know, keep it nice but simple. I believe I have a pull-up here for journaling, which you can kind of see. You don't actually really need to pull it up because you could see it through this vellum card, so that's also nice. Haircut. This is his second haircut. And then hanging out in the sauna with his dad. He loves swimming. And going in for his first pediatric dental surgery, which was a doozy. A lot happened. He got a seizure while he was in there, and we had to take an ambulance over to a pediatric hospital. So it ended up being a big day. It was supposed to just be a good day surgery, but a couple hours. But anyway, he's fine now. And so this is June. So starting June here again with the card and the calendar and some bits from the paperback. And just going in there, brushing his teeth. We had to start doing that a lot more after the surgery. Adding in bits and pieces. So this is May, June. Oh, we bought a new house in June, so that was nice. It was an auction. It's funny seeing it. Yeah, because this is our home. I almost didn't notice that, you know, the shift over. So our current home, and then working through that phase. So life right now, love using these bright colorful cards, popping them in, and then seeing him with his friends. He started helping out in the kitchen, which was nice. I got him this nice stepper bladder, which he still uses now, and uses it on his own to get things from the fridge and the pantry, which is quite nice. So coming through with these die cuts, I find them really nice for adding in just some captions and whatnot. And then we go straight through to a holiday. Now where did we go? Let's see. Oh, this looks like Noosa. So I actually tied this together, which I thought was pretty neat. And then I really loved this idea with the die cut on. Ooh, I can't wait to work on my travel album. I love working on travel albums, and I think short of December daily, travel is my second favorite thing to work on, and this makes me want to work on a travel. Let's just stop what we're doing and work on a travel album. So I like using this for, you know, this was either a weekend trip or a week trip. I'm looking for the dates. Friday, so probably a long weekend trip. And which we've been having lots of those lately. So I've been documenting those kinds of things. I have SeaWorld, which I just posted up. Like the title page for that, but then I also popped the rest of pictures and pages, and I have another layout there as well, so I'm just gonna work on that when I'm done. And then it's nice to be able to use the travel collection for things like that. and I probably should pop a picture in there. And I put some acetate. So again, another like two photos from the trip that may not have made it into the photo so far could be popped in there, and wrapping that up would be quite nice. Not necessary. I don't think anybody's gonna penalize you for not sticking in a picture, but that's okay. My plan was to glue it together. That's what it is. Anyway, because I can see here we have this one, which was the Explore kit, I believe. So I have the pockets here, and popping these in for each one. This was kind of fun, just having it staggered. So I have this with a photo. Oh, this is a collect story kit. And then this one here, because you probably, I think I popped this one behind because now you could see that I'm pregnant when I do that. But you can't see that here. So just gonna boop, 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 pop that in, slide that in. Oh, can't get this in. So when I'm done, I'll do that. And then going on to this one, collecting memories, which is what I did for the class. So this here, and then this is a shaker window, which I love. A shaker window, and you can see through to the journaling behind. Oh my god, this makes me feel like December dailying. So this is this flip through from me, June 2024. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.